Hey, what's shaking, everyone? So, in this evening's, I don't know, unstructured sort of video, I was just doing some research for tomorrow's potential topics, and I came across this old news story on ABC here that you see in title in Coronavirus Pandemic Authoritarians Around the World See Opportunity to Crack Down. And on a more micro level, I think we all have stories of people flipping their lid a little bit about, you know, the enormity of what coronavirus has been told to us to have been, was overblown to us. Like, I remember 15 days to flatten the curve. I'm sure you do as well. And now everybody's get your mask on. If you go into any store, like, it's not mandated where I live when you're outside, which I think is beyond stupid anyways. But there's a couple of local grocery stores, and they're, as soon as you walk into the store, you need to have a mask on. For a virus that is killed on its own, well, at least in the States, what, under 10,000 people? Just the virus on its own. Don't fucking come after me, YouTube. I'm small enough where I should be able to stay under the radar, right? But also wanted to, give you my COVID authoritarian story, because I wouldn't be doing this channel right now if it wasn't for a pair of paranoid idiots that took me out of my job for the past 2 weeks. I'm thankful, but also a little bit pissed off. And if anybody else has a similar story in the comments below, I'd love to talk about it. Always around, non-Parler too, because Parler's like Twitter, but if they did the purge and had the Asperger's filter on. But I digress. Anyway, so my story goes back 2 weeks, 3 hours ago. Last Thursday afternoon-ish. First thing in the morning, actually, when I came in, I having a drink of water, went down the wrong pipe, and I was coughing a little bit. And I think anybody out there knows, as soon as you're out in any sort of public and you cough, you get the look like you just strangled a box of kittens. Like, you automatically are this serial killer in waiting. Like, yeah. Next thing they'll be asking is if you'd like to check your trench coat, but whatever. Enough half-baked jokes anyways. And yeah, so I go about my regular deal in the morning. I get everything ready and I head out to go do my job for the first half of the day, and then I come back just after lunch, just afternoon, and one of the most paranoid motherfuckers I've ever had the privilege of working with is standing, I don't know, fucking yards away from the next nearest person, and he's got a mask on. Like, okay, if you want to wear a mask, that's fine. But you also have to understand that masks don't protect you from getting the virus. They're supposed to be protecting you from passing the virus on to other people. But this guy ain't that bright anyways, but yeah, he successfully procreated 3 times, so yeah, fucking, where they always say, dumb people have a magical way of spreading their seed, so something like that. I don't know. So yeah, I got sent home because inhaled water the wrong way, and then, yeah, you need to go get tested. And it's like, yeah, okay, I'll just fucking sleep it off. Cool, 3.5 day weekend. That's perfect. So contact the boss, and he said, no, you're not allowed back in until you get a positive negative test, or a positive test, so then the rest of us can go get tested. Even though it was fairly obvious that I wasn't sick and that I had just coughed because, whatever, I'm boring myself. And yeah, so just waited. I really didn't want to go get a test, because if there was any chance for me to get a sickness, it would be at these testing facilities, because I keep myself in great shape. I go for I exercise 3 hours a day, regardless if I'm working or not, because it's my number one priority in life. And I'd love to do videos about exercise and nutrition once the news cycle slows down, but that's neither here nor there. So, ever since I've been home, I've finally got to start up the channel here, and yeah, then I started to get harassed by my boss, and he's saying, "Oh yeah, you got to go get tested. We need a negative test result, or we need a positive. We need to know what your status is." It's like, I feel great. Can I just come back to work? No, because if not, then you don't qualify for your extra 2 weeks off. And it's like, oh, for fuck's sakes. So I go and get a test, and it's just whatever. Where I'm at, it takes 5 to 7 business days to get your results. So if you're dying, you'll be dying beforehand before you even know if you have it or not. It's fucking retarded. And yeah, so my time is winding down on the authoritarian end of things, and locally, like, we're fortunate enough not to be locked down anymore for the most part, but now everybody's on about masks, and it's really fucking stupid. Like, I don't know if you've seen, I don't know if they're memes, I don't know if they're scientific studies, but it shows the difference between the N95 masks, ones with ventilators, the regular surgical masks, and yeah, just the regular 2-ply masks, and then how the spray pattern when you're breathing or when you're sneezing goes. The only one that really protects you is the N95 mask that you can't really get. And the science just goes back and forth on masks. Like, I've heard a smart man say, just listen to your doctor, and I think that's good advice, because your doctor's going to know you better than some muppet on TV saying, because what's the latest one that I seen today? The Surgeon General, top doctor in Canada, saying that you should wear masks during sex. Fun? But this shit is going bonkers too far. And hey, a nice short little video. I thought I'd share my COVID authoritarian experience. This little ABC puff piece news here. If you read through it, I'll link it in the description. It's fucking bananas to go back. What is that? November? It's 5 months ago. And yeah, see how different the world is. But the only thing that hasn't changed is they still want to make Trump out to be Hitler, because, spoiler, go about 4 or 5 paragraphs down and they already start bringing up the Third Reich. So the more things change, the more they stay the same. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I've been Don Consuelo. Want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone. Bye.